Hey there ladies and gents, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different for this channel. I'm going to be looking at a Game Boy Color which I purchased off eBay as faulty. Hopefully I'm going to be able to fix this, and I did pay a little bit more than I kind of wanted to pay for this. But there is a pretty good reason for that, and that's because this has got a rather interesting story. So according to the listing description, it says that the Game Boy Color was sat in a drawer for about 20 years. The seller was getting it ready to sell. They've attempted to turn it on and it no longer works. So I paid £41 plus £7.28 postage, I think it was. And the reason I paid a little bit more for this is because, as you'll see, number one, it is the bright green. So that's this one here. It's in pretty good condition. It's been sat in a drawer for apparently 20 years. And it also comes with the carry case. So we've got this Scotch carry case here. And it also comes with 4 games. So the games that it comes with is Nintendo World Cup, which is in there. It comes with Toy Story 2, which is that one there. It comes with It comes with Mission Impossible, which is there, and it also comes with Tetris, and it also comes with some manuals as well, which, yeah, no one ever reads the manuals. But yeah, the reason that I wanted to buy this, and the reason that I paid a little bit more for this, was purely because it's got, like I said, an interesting backstory, and I really want to get this working again. I've only ever worked on one Game Boy Color before, and it was heavily liquid damaged, but I do have that board as a spare board if I need it. So hopefully we can get this fixed and restore this so as, you know, we can enjoy it as much as the last owner did. Like I said, I paid a little bit too much for it, but hopefully we can at least get it working. If I get it working, there wouldn't be any profit in it, but I wouldn't sell it anyway. I would keep it because I've always wanted to get a Game Boy Color since I got rid of my own when I was around about 14. I did have one of these. I used to play the Pokemon series games on there. But that was pretty much all I played. But there is a few games with this. Hopefully these work, but if they don't, I'll make a second video on it. You know, got to get that YouTube revenue somehow. But that being said, if you are new to the channel and you want to see more of this type of content, number one, give me a thumbs up and let me know that you want to see this type of content. And number two, get subscribed so you don't miss it in the future. I have been promising for a while now that I'm going to do some retro stuff, and I usually primarily focus on next gen consoles or current gen consoles, and the reason for that is because that's my job. But I want to try and do some more retro stuff, and I've got loads of retro stuff which I've actually purchased but just don't get round to fixing. I've also bought some MacBooks and things like that, so I'm going to be changing up the content a little bit going forward, and hopefully you guys enjoy it, and hopefully we can get this one working. So with that being said, let's get into today's video. Right, so if we take a look at this listing here, I'll just show you what we've got. We've got the Nintendo Game Boy Color Kiwi handheld system. And as you can see, the winning bid was £41. And you won this auction, blah, blah, blah. But basically, this is the pictures, and it has come exactly as described. And the seller didn't have any feedback until I... have I left feedback? I don't know. No, I haven't. I will leave feedback if, you know, if it is as described, but it does appear to be as described, so, yeah. But you can see from the pictures, we've got everything what it says, we've got everything what was in the pictures, and if we look at the description here, it says, device is Kiwi green, it was my father's who died last year. If somehow the seller does manage to see this video, I'm very sorry for your loss, genuinely. I know exactly how that feels, losing a parent. It's not nice at all. It was damage-free physically. It does not switch on under battery power, and I have not tried it using a mains adapter. It's not with a mains adapter, and I don't have one either. But I will be able to test it if I use my bench power supply. It is likely fixable for someone who knows what they're doing, or excellent as a spare parts device. That is very true. It's in very good condition. And it also comes with a carry case, Tetris in the original, Nintendo World Cup, Mission Impossible Color, and Toy Story 2. So yeah, I paid a little bit more. The going rate for these is around about £28 to £35. But like I said, it does come with the carry case and it does come with the games as well. So, you know, I don't think I paid over the odds for it. I did pay a little bit more than I wanted to though. But, you know, fingers crossed we can get this working and restore it, not only for ourselves, but just to kind of try and keep the memory alive of the person who owned this sort of thing, if that makes sense. But yeah, hopefully we can keep the owner's memory alive. So let's get into it. So this is the Game Boy in question, and lighting's a little bit off there. I need to adjust the camera settings a little bit, I think. But this is the Game Boy in question, and it is in very good condition for the age of it. You know, these are well over 20 years old now. But let's see what's going on with it now before we go any further. So I'm going to take some batteries out of my Xbox controller. You can see that they do work. They are disposable, but they do work. You know, they very rarely get used, and even when they do get used, it's sort of like 3 or 4 minutes just for testing consoles. So let's just pop in some AA's, just like that. One thing I like about this is it does come with the back cover as well. Let's just have a look. Okay, and no signs of life at all by the look of it. Let's pop in a game. I can't remember if you have to pop in a game to get these to actually turn on or not. From what I remember, they go backwards though. And yeah, we don't see any signs of life at all on that. Okay, alright, well, we're going to get it apart, and hopefully we can figure this out. I'm going to move some of this out of the way, because otherwise the focus isn't going to work properly. So we're going to move the games to one side for now, and we're going to just see what we can do with this. So the volume button seems fine, and this seems to be nice and stiff. It doesn't, or rather not nice and stiff, it seems to be, it seems to be normal from what I remember from these. Okay, so we're going to get this apart. This is going to use, I think it's a game bit. Yeah, I believe it's a game bit, or it could be the big Tri-Wing. I don't know. It's been a while. Been about a year since I worked on one of these. I had one sent to me by a viewer as a gift, and I couldn't fix it, sadly. I think that screwdriver fits it. There we go. I think it's a Tri-Wing. It might actually be a game bit, and I'm just using the wrong one, and just so happens that it fits it, but oh well, it doesn't matter. So let's just pop out these batteries. So like I said, the batteries do work, at least enough for me to be able to test it. And we've got 2 more screws down here. So 6 screws all in all. There we go. And okay, we've got a little bit of damaged plastic here. Not sure where that's come from, if I'm being honest. I'm going to keep it to one side, but I don't think I'll be able to put it back anyway. Alright, and the first thing I think I'm going to do is just check the power switch. So I'm going to pop under the microscope for this. Alright, so I'm going to put my multimeter into continuity mode. Okay, and the first thing I'm going to do with this power switch is I'm just going to test and see if we get any kind of continuity. Okay, so we get continuity to there. I believe that's working. So it appears to be allowing current to pass through. Alright, that's fine. So let's just see if we have a short to ground on the battery terminals then. We do not. And the resistance reading is... it says open line. That's a bit weird. Okay. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to just inject voltage into the battery terminals, I think. So if I set my bench power supply to 3 volts. So I've got my bench power supply at 3 volts, and it doesn't appear as though anything at all is happening when I attempt to power it on. So we've definitely got an issue somewhere. So I think we've got to take the board out to be able to continue then. So I'm going to remove the LCD ribbon. And then I'm going to remove the screws. There we go. So overall, it appears to be in really good condition, which is kind of strange. So I'm wondering if maybe there's some sort of fuse which might have gone. Let's pop back under the scope. Let's have a look at this fuse here. Oh, hello. So this fuse here, this F1 fuse, has failed. Alright. Well, I'll tell you what then. Let's just quickly desolder this fuse, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bridge it temporarily. I would have to... Well, I can have a look and see if I've got a replacement fuse on that donor board I've got. I haven't got it to hand, it's in my old workshop still. So I can have a look, see if I've got a replacement fuse. If not, I would have to buy one. But I can at least bridge it for testing. So I don't want to use hot air on this, because there's too many plastic components around. I could use low melt solder, but nah. See, I'm melting components just removing this fuse. It's fine. A bit of plastic, collateral damage. There we go. Finally got that off. So that fuse appeared to be dead. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a little bit of a bridge wire, so a bodge wire basically, or commonly known as a jumper wire. And the jumper wire that I'll use, it'll be sufficient for testing. I just want to see if I can get it to work, and if I can get it to work, then I'll replace the fuse. You should never ever replace a fuse with a jumper wire as a permanent fix. It is not a good thing to do. So a fuse is there for a reason. A fuse is there to prevent any damage and to prevent fires in the event of something like a short or something like that. So you don't want to be bridging a fuse to fix something permanently. That's not a good idea at all. Before I break that away, let's just test and make sure I have continuity there now. I do. Okay. So a little bit off screen there, but that's fine. So I'll break that away. Or I'll try and break it away. There we go. So we now have technically replaced the fuse. It's got continuity. Let's give it a test. So now what I want to do quickly is just test again in resistance mode using the multimeter to see if I get a resistance reading on this battery terminal now, or whether I still get an open line. I do. There we go. That did. Yep, there we go. 37 million ohms. Don't know if that's normal. 38 million ohms. Not a clue if that's normal or not. But we do have a resistance reading on the battery terminal now, which means that that was definitely one of the issues. Whether it was the only issue, I don't know, but it's at least one of the issues. So I'm going to put it back together enough to give it a test now. So the reason that I know about the F1 fuse is because I do regularly read repair.wiki, and the information is on there for this console. It tells you pretty much what to check in the event of a no power issue, and I do recall it from an article that someone posted. So definitely check out repair.wiki. It's a repair Wikipedia run by Louis Rossman, and it's got pretty much everything for everything. So definitely worth checking out if you have any kind of repair woes, something you can't figure out maybe. Like how to put the speaker back in. I think I might need to unscrew this just to get the speaker back in. The lighting's not great with this very reflective board. I apologise about that. It is a very reflective console as well. Damn it. Man, this is fiddly. There we go, we've got a nice solid click on there. So let's just pop that back together. There we go. Moment of truth. Oh, it's still not powering on. No. Alright. I really thought that was going to be it, to be honest. Ah, we do get a little bit of life there. So when I try to turn that on, I get 0.07 amps of current draw at 3 volts. So it is trying to go through now. 100 milliamps there then. Is it 3.2 volts that I need? Or is it... Okay, we're getting life. At 3.2 volts we're getting some life. Yeah, there you go. Oh wow. So my batteries are just dead then, huh? Alright, well, I'm going to go and grab a replacement fuse, because that's turning on. So I'm going to go and grab a replacement fuse, and I'm also going to go and grab some charged batteries. So I'm assuming these batteries are just completely dead now then. 1.54. Or is it just suddenly sprung into life? 1.54. Alright, well let's just pop that back in there. Was it a connection issue? No, it's working. Okay, that's weird. Alright, well let's just give it a quick test then. So, Mission Impossible. There we go. Seems to be working. We don't have any sound. Ah, there we go. It's not very loud though. Well, okay, I'm going to go and get a donor board so I can get a replacement fuse. Right, so I've got a donor board here, and as you can see, this is very, very corroded. It's really, really bad, but the fuses are hopefully going to be okay. Let's just give them a quick test. I'm kind of out of breath a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So we've got a couple of donor fuses there, but this is the reason that I couldn't fix it. It was just incredibly liquid damaged. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to take the fuse off this, but what I will likely do is try and source a brand new fuse, just to know for sure that we're not going to get any kind of oxidation or anything. So I'll probably source a brand new fuse, but for now, just for the sake of repair, I'm going to just remove this one. I don't mind using hot air on here. Boom, that was easy. But I don't mind using hot air on this one because, well, it's completely screwed. I've got no chance of fixing this board ever, so yeah. So now that I've got a replacement fuse, I'm going to pop that to one side. I can just go ahead and solder it onto this console. It might help if I try to remove the battery the right way. There we go. Alright. And I should be able to leave this in the case as long as I'm careful. Okay, here we go. So here's where I ran my jumper wire. I'm going to remove this jumper wire because we don't want to leave that jumper wire there. We do not want to bypass a fuse. So I'm just going to attempt to desolder this. There we go. So that's removed, and I'm going to get the replacement fuse. Actually, this looks like a replacement fuse anyway. Doesn't look like a factory fuse. So someone gifted it to me, the donor console, or the donor board. It was part of a complete console with a brand new screen and stuff, so I do have spares for these. Just going to keep on tapping on this and just, there we go, get that working, get that soldered down and flat on the board, and then we should be good to go here. So I'm wondering, because that fuse, or rather that jumper wire, was really low, or really thin, I'm wondering if that could have affected the reason why it wasn't turning on to start with, because that was rather strange, to be honest. I'm just going to spray a bit of isopropyl alcohol there and just clean up a little bit. The flux that I use, it's Gameboy RMA218. It is no clean flux, but I still rather clean up the flux if I can help it. So I'll just spray a little bit of isopropyl alcohol, being careful where I'm spraying it. And we are good to go. Beautiful. That is fantastic. Nice. So like I said, I'm wondering if that jumper wire being really thin was affecting the power and affecting the resistance, because it was a really high resistance reading, which I found rather strange. It's still like 25 million ohms. Maybe that's normal. I don't know. Like I said, I've only ever worked on one of these before, and that was that one there. So, yeah, I'm not exactly experienced with these. But, yeah, here we go. We are Gucci. It might help if I put the board screws back in, though. There we go. And then I'm just going to screw these back in. I don't think this is the right screwdriver, but it fits, so it's all good. So while I'm putting these in, there's someone who really does like working on Game Boys, and I want to give him a little bit of a mention because I think he really deserves a lot more viewers than he actually gets off YouTube's algorithm. So he's got about, I think, just over 6,000 subscribers now. Joey from Joey Does Tech. Honestly, genuinely fantastic guy. You know, he really does deserve more recognition from the YouTube algorithms. And yeah, I'll leave a link to his channel in the video description. He's been working on a few of these, I believe. And yeah, he does absolutely fantastic content. Really good with the editing, really entertaining, and yeah, just an all-round great guy. So definitely go and check him out and show him some love. Tell him that we said hi over here, and hopefully you enjoy his content as much as I do. Okay, we ready? Watch it not work now. That'd be funny. There we go. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so that game appears to be working. Let's test some more. if I can remember how to get into these. I actually can't remember how to get into these, if I'm being completely honest. It's been a long time since I've owned a Game Boy. Apparently you push it. Ah. So they like to be awkward then. Tetris. I'm sure my partner will play this. So I just want to go and buy the Pokemon series again. That appears fine, no corruption. Screen looks great. So I'm not going to be doing any mods to this at all. And the reason for that is because I want to keep the previous owner's memory alive a little bit. So I'm not going to be doing any mods. I'm going to keep this as standard. I think that's probably the respectful thing to do. Okay, Tetris works. No corruption. What was this, Toy Story? I think so. That appears to be working. Yep, I'm happy with that. And Nintendo World Cup. Fantastic. Everything's working perfect. There we go. I am so happy that I managed to get this working. That was really easy. I don't know why I didn't buy Game Boys sooner. But then again, the first thing that I ever repaired console-wise was PS4. And that was a blue light of death. And it turned out that someone had just screwed up the reinstallation of the power supply. And I thought to myself, these was easy. And how wrong I was. So, yeah, I mean, absolutely fantastic repair. I am more than happy with how this has turned out. And the fact that I've actually managed to get this working again. It lives on. These are, what was these? What, 1988? I think that was the year I was born. So 33 years old, I think, if I'm correct in thinking. Might have been around about 1990, but 33 years old. And yeah, it's a little fuse. Probably what, no more than £1. I don't actually know how much it cost, but absolutely fantastic. The old owner of this, I'm sure, you know, if he was alive, you know, he would have loved to have had this back. But yeah, what more can I say? I'm super happy with how this turned out. So let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Let me know if you enjoyed it, because I do really want to do some more retro stuff and some different type of content on the channel moving forward. I think there's only so many videos I can make on, you know, the current gen consoles. So yeah, I do want to try some new things moving forward. Again, super happy with how this one turned out, and I'll probably be buying some more in the future, maybe some more in the series, like the Game Boy Advance, the original Game Boy, things like that, and hopefully get some more stuff restored and in nice working order again. So if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications, that way you don't miss any future content. And if you did enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, it really does help me out. If you disliked it, give me a dislike, but just let me know why in the comments down below. And of course, do leave me a comment and let me know your thoughts as well. I really do enjoy reading people's comments. If you do want to support me on these little endeavours, then you can head over to Twitch. You can become a Twitch Prime subscriber by linking your Amazon Prime account, and that's completely free for you to do. If you've already got an Amazon Prime account, you can link it to Twitch, and even if you don't watch me on Twitch, it does support the channel. It massively helps me in buying stuff off eBay to fix on a video, and I really do appreciate it. There's also a Patreon link in the video description if you want to check that out, if you want to support me over there, or you can become a channel member using the join button below the video. And I think YouTube's got some new feature as well now called Super Thanks, where you can leave a highlighted comment on the video as well. So I'm going to be enabling that tonight because it only got released, I think, a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, other than that, that's going to be it for now. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye for now.